Hello and welcome to this edition of North Penn News. I'm Alexa Duffy.
And I'm Lauren Schwartz. In our first story, 1971 North Penn High School graduate Greg Moyer returned to Lansdale to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award from the North Penn Alumni Athletic Association. The former editor-in-chief of the Night Crier presented an assembly detailing his time in the television industry, from his career arc at Discovery Channel to his new venture, Blue Chalk Media. Utilizing samples from some of the productions of Blue Chalk Media, Mr. Moyer stressed the importance of storytelling and the power of a single image. Later in the day, Mr. Moyer stopped in to talk to communications and journalism students to educate them on the television industry and offer advice on the students' projects.
I think it's really important that alumni come back and explain how they were able to go from North Penn High School and get things done in the world. This school gives so much opportunity to people, to young people, to figure out what they can really be good at. And I know I took so many lessons away from North Penn that I was able to apply later in life. And it's just a privilege and it's an honor to be back here, seeing the same potential in people many years younger than I, who are going to be reshaping the communications environment in our country and maybe the world for years to come.
For the kickoff to the Reading is Fundamental program, first graders from all 13 elementary schools across the district came to the high school to watch a fun-filled show led by their favorite storybook characters. Coming into the building, students were greeted by a cast of characters right out of classic children's stories. They were then led into the auditorium to watch as Alice from Alice in Wonderland learned how to read after meeting new friends who the children could recognize from classic stories such as Arthur and Madeline. First graders from around the district will continue to participate in the RIF program throughout the school year.
The Women's Center of Montgomery County is proud to announce a $10,000 grant from the Verizon Foundation. This grant supports a new partnership with the North Penn School District to fund the implementation of a new middle school dating violence prevention curriculum called Start Strong, Building Healthy Teen Relationships. Recognizing that middle school is a critical time for youth as they begin to see themselves and their relationships in new ways and begin to explore dating, the Start Strong curriculum introduces healthy relationship conversations in an age-appropriate manner. Start Strong emphasizes prevention by building self-esteem and safe dating practices among preteens.
Volunteer efforts are a crucial part of what keeps our community going. North Penn News reporter Lauren Schwartz has the story.
All 9th grade students from Penndale Middle School recently participated in the annual Day of Service. Students have the opportunity to sign up for which location they'd like to partake in and spend the day there helping out. There are a variety of locations from local organizations including the Lansdale YMCA, Lansdale Parks and Recreation, and Manna on Main Street. The 9th graders know the importance and impact of their community service.
As a member of the community, I think I should give back to the community. It's important to help out.
Penndale is one of several schools in the district that holds a Day of Service every year. Students taking advantage of this opportunity to volunteer do so to benefit their community. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Lauren Schwartz. The thespian troupe at North Penn High School took an opportunity to raise money for charity. North Penn News reporter Alexa Duffy has more.
In mid-October, North Penn High School Thespian Troupe 5464 traveled to Philadelphia to participate in the 2014 AIDS Walk. Before the walk, students had the opportunity to view facts about the battle against AIDS throughout the years, hear from the walk's executive director Rob Reichard, and participate in a fun warm-up. The students then set out to walk the 5K trail along the Schuylkill River. This year, the troupe raised over $1,300 for the walk and will continue to fundraise for the cause during the school year. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Alexa Duffy. During homecoming week, spirit was seen across North Penn High School as each day passed by with a new theme. Cowboys, Disney characters, and Uncle Sam's graced the school throughout the week. At the end of each Spirit Day, SGA announced a winner who received a homecoming package. Even teachers got in the action to celebrate Spirit Week with their students. Some students went way back in time, with pilgrims even walking the halls. The week culminated with everyone in North Penn colors to support the sports teams at the pep rally and football game Friday night.
North Penn News reporter Alexa Duffy has more on the homecoming night and results.
This past Friday, North Penn began its 2014 homecoming celebration with a pep rally which included performances from the band, cheerleaders, and dance team, as well as a very special performance from the homecoming court members. The homecoming spirit continued with pregame events including the SGA's pregame party and a picnic held by the Alumni Association for North Penn alumni and their families. When it was finally time for the game, an eager crowd was greeted by signs made by student clubs and organizations at the high school. At halftime, the homecoming court was escorted on the field and introduced to the crowd. After much anticipation, Kate Lombardo and Chase Childs were crowned homecoming king and queen. The night ended with a 58-13 win over Ben Salem and North Penn's first ever homecoming dance. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Alexa Duffy.
Does the thought of picking through trash gross you out? Penndale Enact Club members aren't fazed by it.
Somebody's wasting. I purposely.
So today we've got a bunch of Penndale students out doing a waste audit here at Penndale. We collected all of the trash from the building from yesterday, Thursday, and today we're sorting it by where it came from and what it is. And we're going to get some data on what kind of trash we make in a day.
Paperboard goes in with a single stream. This should be just yes. See those?
Waste management is here facilitating us. They are our waste hauler, and they're kind of the experts in what goes where. So they provided all of the information we need, and they're kind of consulting behind me right now on where certain things go as we sort, because they know what's recyclable and what's not at their facilities. They also provided a lot of the materials, the dumpsters, the t-shirts that the kids are wearing, and all the bags that we're using.
As part of the service day for the 9th graders, a number of students are doing a waste audit. And what the waste audit is going to be about here at Penndale Middle School is having students determine whether or not the school can do a better job of recycling. Currently they do separate paper that will go into the Abitibi container, but they're also separating today both trash and organics to see whether or not the school is putting food waste in the wrong containers or trash in the recycling containers, etc. So they literally are getting down to every single piece of waste or recycling and making sure it's been put into the right place and how they could possibly do a better job here inside the middle school.
We could do a little bit more better on recycling, so I think we could actually reduce our amount that we use in one day by recycling more than we do throw away.
Well, there's a lot of food trash and lots of gum. Please don't throw gum in the recycling bin.
And why is that?
It doesn't recycle.
Plastic, it doesn't break down. Napkins organic. That's plastic, it's trash, yeah.
Well, this is not only just a 9th grade lesson or a 7th grade lesson. The lesson is actually a lot further reaching. Being able to save money is one thing, but understanding why certain materials can be made into new products and why others can't is important. It also is going to show the students perhaps the things that they're purchasing in the lunchroom or bringing from home that translate to trash versus recycling. They may start to change their buying habits or have a better appreciation for the amounts of things that, as a society, we're disposing. This is just one microcosm, if you will, of what's going on out in the world that surrounds them.
Out of there, that's trash.
These are life lessons that we're hoping that they will carry forth not only just from the middle school to the high school, but also then into life. So we do a lot of different types of programs, and we're just so excited to be a part of this activity, especially here today.
Single stream recycling is going to have... I hope that they get an appreciation for how much waste we make in a day, just as humans here, and that they realize that there's a lot more we can be doing to reduce that waste. And then sort of long term, we're going to look at this data, and I'm hoping that they can actually get some ideas and bring it back to us to say, we noticed this on the day of the waste audit. Here's how we think we can reduce that type of waste.
Elementary school students all across the district have the opportunity to learn from the Bus Safety Assembly. Volunteers from the North Penn School District Transportation Department came together to perform a typical bus ride simulation through puppetry. The students saw a visual representation of the correct and incorrect behaviors of riding the school bus. Teaching these elementary school students right from wrong will help them in the future so they are always safe when riding the bus. The volunteers engaged the students in the action on and off the stage. This is an annual event for the Transportation Department, and the students always enjoy themselves.
Students from DeSales University visited North Penn High School to speak and perform for students. North Penn News reporter Lauren Schwartz has more.
You would normally not expect to be entertained by a Shakespeare play, but the Pennsylvania Shakespeare Festival Willpower Tour changed those expectations. The actors engaged the student and faculty audience with their comical performance of Much Ado About Nothing.
It's really great to see kids laughing and enjoying Shakespeare and being alive in a theater. It's a lot of fun for us.
Yeah, we like when there's lots of oohs and ahs and, you know, shock and horror and the laughter when they're seeing these scenes for the first time. It's brilliant to get the reaction from the students in that way.
People in high school haven't seen Shakespeare for the first time. Sure, you've read it and you find it boring in class, and who wants to read Julius Caesar for the first time ever? Nobody.
Things we're trying to accomplish with these tours is accessibility to Shakespeare. Is that a lot of areas don't have, you know, a professional theater, or there's a lot of rural areas that don't get a chance to go and see professional shows. By taking these shows to the students is not only to see that Shakespeare is relevant, see Shakespeare in an accessible way, but also realize that you can easily understand Shakespeare, because if the actors on stage know what they're saying, then it's easy to understand what they're saying in the audience, and then Shakespeare doesn't seem so much like a foreign entity.
After the show, the actors held workshops for students involved in theater, aspiring to improve their skills.
And to do stuff like we teach stage combat, to fight on stage. Granted, it's not real, but you fight on stage, swords and knives and punches and kicks.
And our other prong of our idea is to help educate students that there's lots of work that can be done in the arts, and even if you don't want to be on stage, there's still a whole lot you can do as being involved with theater.
So we hope you enjoyed the show, and keep the nose to the Shakespeare book, and hopefully you get to catch another one next time it comes around.
Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Lauren Schwartz. Parent Camp returns to Knapp Elementary on Saturday, November 15th, 2014, with best-selling author and psychologist Dr. Leonard Sachs as the keynote speaker. Parent Camp is a morning hosted by Knapp Home and School Association, where parents and educators come together for discussions on how to better support our children. Discussions are led by local experts, educators, and parents.
German exchange students arrived at North Penn High School to experience the American culture. These students stayed with the host families from NPHS for 2 weeks and had the chance to experience homecoming, daily classes, sporting events, and more. They also took trips to Philadelphia, New York, and other nearby places. This is a great opportunity for the German exchange students, as well as students and families from NPHS, to create new bonds and lasting friendships. The students enjoyed their stay in America, and we wish them the best as they return to Germany.
North Penn students took physics to new heights. North Penn News reporter Ethan Willower has more.
Bullseye!
In Mr. Young's physics class, students of C39 had the annual opportunity to take their equipment outside and experiment with stomp rockets. Using their body weight to jump on pumps, the students launched their rockets into the air with different angles of trajectory. Students then collected their data by measuring how long the rockets traveled. Students also took a break from the science aspect of the class by using the rockets to hit a student standing in a window in upstairs K-Pod. And the day concluded with all the students trying to shoot their rocket into Mr. Monero's room to receive candy as a prize. Reporting for North Penn News, I'm Ethan Willauer.
As part of the celebrations for American Education Week, all community members and North Penn supporters are invited to a tour of North Penn School District on our Bus to the Future on Friday, November 14th. The ride will give you an opportunity to tour our schools and see firsthand the important contributions that North Penn School District is making to ensure the community's future by providing the very best educational opportunities to its students. Schools visited this year will be Pembroke Middle School, Montgomery Elementary School, and a ride throughout the MPSD bus garage, North Penn High School, and the North Monco Technical Career Center. Seating is limited to 80 passengers, so reserve your seat today by contacting Madeline Bergman at the information on your screen.
The fall play is coming soon to North Penn High School, and you sure don't want to miss out. NPHS Theater will be presenting Once in a Lifetime by George S. Kaufman and Moss Hart. Performances will be on November 20th, 21st, and 22nd at 7:30 p.m., as well as a special family matinee on Sunday, November 23rd at 2 p.m. Order your tickets early so you don't stand in long lines at the door or miss the show due to sold-out performances.
Englewood Elementary Home and School Association is pleased to announce its first ever adult social and silent auction. This thrilling night out includes a buffet dinner, live trivia games, fun photo booth, valuable raffle prizes, and a sure to excite silent auction. Tickets include dinner and just $30 per person or $50 per couple. Visit the website or email the account on your screen or stop by Englewood's home school office for more info to order your tickets today.
Members of the North Penn music faculty reversed their role and took to the stage in a very special event. After a successful show last year, the North Penn School District music staff held their second annual faculty recital. Your favorite music teachers from all over the district showcased their musical talent. With a great audience in attendance, faculty members performed various pieces such as Do You Hear the People Singing from Les Miserables. The recital was a great success, and the music staff is looking forward to future performances. The North Penn School District and Superintendent Dr. Curtis Dietrich are offering families the opportunity to talk one-on-one about important issues involving North Penn School District schools. Community conversations are a series of informal meetings that give attendees the chance to talk freely with Dr. Dietrich and share their concerns and suggestions for NPSD. The meetings will be held at various locations within the district from now until May. Seats are limited. Please call the number on your screen to reserve your seat today.
That is all for this edition of North Penn News. I'm Alexa Duffy.
And I'm Lauren Schwartz. Just a reminder to check all of our programming on youtube.com/NPTV. We leave you tonight with a clip from the Pembroke Middle School Spookfest concert. Have a great night.